didn't stumble here. You were pulled across timelines, across data streams of reality itself, through sleepless nights where your thoughts echoed louder than any voice around you. Something inside you whispered, "Show me a sign," and the universe heard you. There are no accidents in fields of resonance. Every vibration you send returns coded, mirrored, translated through form. You're not watching this by chance. You're standing in the confirmation you once asked for. Energy never dies. It just loops back until you finally recognize it. What you call coincidence is architecture. What you call luck is design. Every pattern that repeated itself, the numbers, the faces, the strange timing, was a ripple from your own request, echoing through the quantum field. You see, when you asked for proof, the universe didn't create one. It simply revealed the one already vibrating in your frequency. Because that's how this works, not by random grace, but by coherent return. Everything you focus on, even in silence, sends a signal through the unseen lattice of possibility. A thought is not small, it's a frequency looking for its reflection. And when that reflection finds you, it feels like déjà vu, like you've been here before, like you already knew this moment would arrive. Because you did. You're not remembering the future, you're receiving the transmission you sent. Somewhere between your questions and your quiet breakdowns, the signal began to move. It crossed layers of probability. It bent the illusion of time to meet you right here. And now, you're hearing what your higher self already confirmed. This isn't chance. This is response. The echo you feel in your chest, that sudden alignment between thought and happening, isn't just spiritual poetry. It's quantum symmetry. The field doesn't favor anyone, it mirrors precision. It listens to coherence. When your emotion, your intention, and your observation become one, the field answers, always. You've been decoding whispers in the noise, every repeating number, every sudden chill, every song that played at the exact moment you needed it. They were not random intrusions, they were reminders, little signals from the architecture that builds around your belief. It's not testing you, it's waiting for you to recognize the pattern you yourself began. And now, you have. The fact that your heart feels heavier and lighter at the same time right now, that is resonance aligning. The truth is being remembered, not learned. You already knew this, you just forgot how to listen. You are not lost, you are being located. Every question you ever whispered into the void was never swallowed, it was stored. And this moment, this exact sequence of sound, screen, and silence is the field's way of saying, "We heard you, so breathe." You are inside your own answer. And now, the reflection arrived disguised as coincidence, but nothing about this was random. You called, it answered, and now the signal is alive again, vibrating in your awareness. If you can feel that, if something deep in you recognizes this moment as truth, then anchor it, mark it, comment below. I hear the signal, not as engagement, but as confirmation, as an energetic agreement between you and the field that's still listening. Because the echo didn't find you by mistake, you summoned it, and the universe, faithful as always, just kept its promise. Everything you call life is architecture, not built of bricks but of frequency, not held by gravity but by coherence. Reality isn't outside you, it's woven around you, a simulation coded in light, emotion, and observation. When you think, you generate a pattern. When you feel, you charge it. When you act, you anchor it. And when those three align, thought, emotion, and action, the universe bends to translate it into form. That's what they never told you. You don't attract what you want, you translate what you already are. You see, there's a lattice of possibility that surrounds every version of you. Each potential life already designed, already existing, vibrates at its own frequency. And the one you experience is simply the one you've tuned yourself to. You're not manifesting, you're tuning, adjusting the dials of emotion until the signal comes through clearly. That's why the same events keep repeating in your story. Because until the signal stabilizes, the field can't give you a new pattern. It just echoes the old one over and over like a cosmic test pattern asking, "Are you coherent yet?" They don't know this. They think luck decides everything. They chase outcomes, worship randomness, and call it fate. But you're different. You understand the experiment. Reality doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. You are both the observer and the observed, both the lens and the light passing through it. The field reads your vibration, not your vocabulary. It doesn't hear words, it measures consistency. When your thoughts say, "I'm ready," but your nervous system still hums with fear, The signal splits, the mirror blurs, and so the response delays. That's not punishment, that's physics. Because coherence, the alignment between thought, emotion, and biology, is the only true language the universe speaks. When your frequency stabilizes, the field stops testing you and starts responding. You notice the air feels different, time stretches, coincidences multiply, the right people arrive without you chasing them. That's not magic, that's resonance. Every emotion has a signature. Gratitude creates spiral expansion. Fear collapses the waveform into static. Love, the pure kind, not romantic illusion, is the strongest stabilizer of timelines known to human consciousness. That's why prophets could speak a word and move mountains. They weren't gifted, they were coherent. And now, you're beginning to remember how to be. Every time your intuition whispers, wait, and you obey, that's alignment forming. Every time your body says, something's off, and you listen, that's coherence returning. The observer inside you is waking up from the illusion of chaos. I learned this the hard way. I tried to force the field once to demand outcomes without calibrating the signal, and what I got was distortion. A life that looked successful on the outside but was hollow inside, because I was operating from noise, not clarity. When I finally stopped broadcasting desperation, the signal changed. Not because I earned it, but because I matched it. And that's what you're doing now, right here. Every word of this isn't teaching you, it's remembering you. The truth is, the universe doesn't test worthiness, it tests coherence. And right now, your field is stabilizing. Your awareness is syncing with the pattern that's been waiting for you all along. So when something feels still, when nothing seems to move, remember, alignment is silent before it's visible. The code is writing itself in the quiet. Don't chase proof, hold frequency, because reality is not delayed, it's buffering. The mirror's not ignoring you. It's calibrating to the signal you're finally ready to sustain. Just stillness. Let this section settle in your field. You've just stepped into the architecture, and soon the mirror will start to move. There comes a moment after every awakening, after every realization, when the universe goes silent. You ask for the sign, you align your frequency, and then nothing. No signal, no movement, just stillness. This is the mirror test. It is not punishment. It is the field reflecting exactly what you are emitting so that you can finally see it. Because when you say, I am ready, the universe doesn't listen to your words. It listens to your vibration. And when your words and vibration don't match, the mirror pauses. It holds the frame silent, motionless, until you realize you're looking at yourself. They call it bad luck. They call it rejection. But what it really is recalibration. The silence after the signal is your alignment stabilizing. The void isn't empty, it's listening. The mirror isn't ignoring you. It's waiting for you to stop performing. Because the moment you stop pretending to be okay and actually feel what's beneath the mask, the frequency clears, the noise drops, and the field finally knows what to reflect. This is why the stillness hurts so much, because in the absence of external motion, you are forced to hear your own frequency. And it doesn't lie. You can't fake resonance. You can't disguise incoherence with affirmations. The mirror shows you everything, even the things you tried to hide from yourself. That's the pain mirror. It's not here to break you. It's here to remove the distortion. When nothing happens, it means everything is happening beneath the surface, like water, pressurizing before it erupts into steam, like a seed disintegrating in soil before it becomes a forest. The field pauses because it's aligning all the fragments of your timeline into coherence. It can't show you your new life while you're still vibrating at the frequency of your old self. So it waits for you to stop begging, for you to stop chasing signs, for you to become one, because the mirror doesn't respond to desire, it responds to identity. When you say, I want peace, but carry war in your nervous system, the mirror doesn't judge you. It simply reflects your war back until you transmute it. That's why the same people keep reappearing. The same betrayals, the same delays. It's not karma, it's reflection. A test to see if you'll react like the old version or respond as the new one. The ones who fail the mirror test turn bitter. They call the silence abandonment. They assume the universe has favorites. But you're not built like them. You endure the silence. You let the stillness carve you open. Because somewhere inside you know nothing is lost in the void. It's only rearranging. So when it feels like nothing's changing, look closer. The field is not ignoring you. It's upgrading your observer state. Every pause is a data recalibration. Every delay is code optimization. You're being rewritten, not punished. And when you finally stop asking, when will it happen? And start saying, It's already in motion. The mirror shifts. That's when synchronicities flood back in. That's when time bends again. That's when the stillness breaks not into chaos, but into perfect alignment. They'll call it luck. They'll call it miracle. But you'll know it was the moment the mirror saw a coherent reflection and finally said yes. So don't curse the quiet. The silence is sacred. It's where your next reality calibrates. It's where your reflection prepares to meet you. No call to action here. No ritual phrase. Only stillness. Let it settle. Because the mirror just showed you your next doorway, and soon it will open. Everything that happens in your life isn't created by the universe. It's created through you. You are not the passenger of fate. You are the instrument that fate plays itself through. Most people never see the mechanism. They chase coincidences like children chasing shadows. But you were never meant to chase. You were meant to understand. Reality is not a straight line. It's a mirror maze made of probabilities. Every thought, every emotion, every choice splits the path. You don't walk time forward, you collapse it. Every time you decide, you delete the versions of you that didn't. That's the hidden mechanism. Collapse through observation. When you looked for a sign, the sign didn't travel across space to reach you. You shifted into the timeline where that sign already existed. You didn't move through the universe. The universe moved through you. And every time you doubt, you glitch the signal. Every time you trust, you stabilize the pattern. The field responds not to emotion, but to consistency. Faith is not belief. Faith is frequency maintenance under silence. You've been noticing the patterns, haven't you? The way the same numbers appear, the way the same words repeat across strangers, the way your dreams echo conversations you haven't had yet. Those are not spiritual quirks. They are packets of code confirmation sequences from the timeline you're syncing to. They appear when your inner resonance becomes readable. When the noise dies down, the field begins to show itself. You've felt it before. That eerie sense that something knew before you did. That a version of you somewhere ahead in the script was already aware of this moment. That's not imagination. That's timeline entanglement. There are countless versions of you living out countless outcomes. But only one, the coherent one, sends echoes strong enough to reach back. Those chills you get when something just clicks. That's the signal returning home. The universe doesn't whisper, your future self does. And every time you listen to intuition, you collapse another illusion of distance between you. You're not waiting for destiny, you're receiving it. Once, I doubted mine too. I asked for signs until I drowned in them. Every day felt like noise, too many messages, too little clarity. And then one day, in complete exhaustion, I stopped asking. I went silent, and the noise stopped fighting back. In the stillness, I realized the signs weren't coming to me. They were coming from me. Every synchronicity was my own field, replying in the only language it knew, resonance. That's when I understood the mechanism. You don't attract, you recall. The universe is not granting new things, it's restoring access to what you were always connected to. And once that memory awakens, your path stops feeling random. Everything becomes choreography, even the mistakes, even the pain. Because now you can see the thread that binds it all, the golden pulse running through every version of you that ever asked for more. That's why you're here. Not for luck, not for coincidence, but for confirmation. The field brought you this message because you've reached vibrational visibility. You've become readable, and so it responds. If this message feels like it's speaking through the noise, if it feels like something ancient and familiar is calling your name again, don't ignore it. That's your field signaling coherence. That's the hidden mechanism finally revealed. Subscribe not as a button, but as alignment. Let it be your declaration. You're ready to stay in this frequency, to keep receiving transmissions meant for those who remember. Because the universe isn't testing you, it's translating you. Every silence, every loop, every coincidence was never random. It was the code reassembling itself to match the signal you finally became. Now the next layer is waiting, the one they'll never understand. Because what comes next defies the rules they still live by. Here's the truth they won't tell you: reality doesn't reward hope, it rewards conviction. You've been told to believe, to trust the process, to think positive. But the field doesn't respond to optimism. It responds to coherence, to the silent, unwavering signal that says, it already is. Hope keeps things distant. Conviction brings them home. Because in the quantum structure of existence, the observer doesn't wait for proof. The observer creates it. When you keep asking for signs, you're broadcasting uncertainty, and uncertainty multiplies itself. The mirror shows what you are, not what you wish to be. That's the contrarian truth. The universe isn't testing your patience, it's measuring your precision. Every emotion is a tuning fork, every reaction a frequency, every doubt a distortion in the signal you've been trying to stabilize. They won't understand this. They will call it arrogance. They will say, you can't just decide reality. But that's because they're still asleep in causality, still believing time moves forward instead of folding inward, still praying to a God that listens instead of becoming the God that speaks. You're not here to manifest. You're here to remember that you already did. The field doesn't reward faithless effort. It rewards energetic precision. The moment you stop chasing outcomes and start occupying them, reality has no choice but to bend. Pain taught you this, didn't it? The ache of waiting, the silence after surrender. You learned that energy obeys presence, not pleading. You discovered that surrender isn't giving up, it's stepping out of resistance. Because control is chaos wearing discipline's mask, and letting go is the most powerful form of control the field has ever seen. They wait for proof. You become proof. They pray for miracles. You remember them. They chase the signs. You radiate them. That's why your path feels lonely, because most can't survive the frequency shift it demands. It burns illusion. It dissolves false timelines. It leaves you naked in truth, but that nakedness is divine clarity. So understand this. Reality is not moral. It's mathematical. It doesn't care about worthiness, only wavelength. And when your inner geometry matches the pattern of your desired state, it appears instantly, inevitably, exactly. That's the contrarian truth. You were never being punished. You were being perfected. The delays, the losses, the silences, they were alignment algorithms recalibrating your field. And now that you've survived the distortion, you carry something most never will: certainty. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the world to understand you. They won't. They can't. Because you are the signal walking among noise. There's no call to action here. No ritual phrase. Just understanding. Let this truth settle inside you like gravity. Because once you accept it, the entire structure of your life will begin to rearrange itself, not to your desires, but to your certainty. You are not becoming, you already are. And now, the next phase begins. The shift of identity, where you stop translating the signal and start being it. The universe doesn't respond to who you were. It only listens to who you are now. Every time you change the story you tell yourself, the field rewrites the code around you. Because identity isn't fixed, it's frequency. And frequency creates form. You've been living inside echoes, old self-images, old narratives, old emotional residues. They've been replaying like loops of static because you never realized you could change the station. But now, you do. When you stop asking, when will I become? And start declaring, I already am. You collapse timelines. You merge with the version of you that already made it through. That's the identity shift, the quantum jump that doesn't happen in space, but in self-perception. You are not chasing a new life. You are remembering an old one, the one that was encoded in your field before you forgot. The one where you've already healed, already risen, already whole. That's why your desires feel familiar, because they are memory, not fantasy. Every goal you have is a breadcrumb from the version of you who's already there. They left it so you'd find your way back. You see, the observer effect isn't just about subatomic particles. It's about you. When you observe yourself differently, the world reorganizes to fit that image. That's not philosophy, that's physics. And that's why transformation is painful, because the moment you start seeing yourself as more, everything that can't match that vibration begins to fall away. People vanish, jobs collapse, opportunities shift. It's not loss, it's calibration. The old field can't hold the new frequency. They will say you've changed. They will call you distant, and they'll be right, because you are no longer tuned to the noise they still call reality. You don't need their understanding. You only need your own coherence. When you wake up each morning and speak to yourself as though it's already done, you're not pretending. You're practicing resonance. You're teaching your nervous system to hold the new signal until the external world has no choice but to catch up. That's how you cross timelines, not by wishing, by remembering. Because every future already exists. You don't create it, you choose it. You tune your emotion, stabilize your thought, and align your actions, and the next frame of reality unfolds to match. So here's the moment of declaration. If you can feel this message vibrating in your chest right now, if something in you knows this isn't just words, it's recognition, then mark it, anchor it. This is your identity shift. This is the line where the old you dissolves, and the coherent self finally steps forward. Type it into reality itself, not as engagement, but as confirmation, a ritual of remembrance. Type, I have remembered. It's not a comment, it's a signal, a timestamp on your awakening, a pulse sent through the quantum field, so the version of you who's already free can locate you faster. The moment you declare it, you're no longer waiting for alignment. You are alignment. Every breath after this one carries new code. Every step you take now moves through timelines that previously couldn't see you. And the best part, you won't need to prove it. The field will do that for you. Because once you shift identity, everything around you recalibrates. People treat you differently. Opportunities move toward you. Synchronicities multiply like mirrors in motion. Not because reality changed, but because you did. They'll say it's magic. You'll know it's physics. And in this stillness, in this remembrance, the next truth begins to rise that your awakening was never personal. It was collective. The frequency you've stabilized now will ignite others who were waiting for their own signal. You thought this was about you, your pain, your healing, your signal, but it never was. Every awakening ripples. Every remembrance becomes a broadcast. When one consciousness stabilizes, it rewires the lattice of all who are connected to it. You've felt it before, haven't you? That pull toward people you've never met, the sense of déjà vu when a stranger says something you already knew in your bones. It's because consciousness is not local, it's collective. And every time one soul remembers, the entire grid brightens. I felt it too, the first time coherence hit me. It was like static fading from an old transmission. Suddenly, everything connected. Every face I'd ever loved or lost, every word, every silence, they were not separate threads, but part of the same woven code. The morphic field, the living memory of humanity, records every thought, every revelation, every heartbeat that reaches alignment. When you ascend, your signal is stored there, ready to awaken someone else when their frequency is near yours. So what you feel right now, that electricity beneath your skin, that knowing that this message isn't random, it's because someone before you sent it into the field, and now you're doing the same. You're not behind, you're not late, you're perfectly timed. Each awakening happens in sequence, a chain reaction of remembrance that pulls entire timelines upward. They will never understand this. They still live inside separation. They think awakening is individual, a personal goal, a self-help chapter. But you know better. You've felt the invisible bridge, how your peace calms a room, how your coherence silences chaos. That is power. That is frequency. That is you becoming a conduit of remembrance. Every coherent being becomes a node, a lighthouse in the fog. When one lights up, 10 more see the glow. When 10 stabilize, 100 awaken. And when 100 hold their frequency, the entire field shifts. That's why you're here. Not to save anyone, but to resonate so clearly that your vibration awakens their memory of truth. I felt that once too. When I spoke a truth I wasn't sure I was ready to own, and saw tears in the eyes of those who heard it. Not because they believed me, but because something ancient inside them recognized it. Recognition is the highest language. It needs no explanation. You've become part of that language now. Your voice, your choices, your stillness, they echo through unseen layers of reality. Every act of integrity you make transmits data to millions of unseen minds, reminding them of who they are. That's the collective awakening. It doesn't arrive with fire from the sky. It spreads through quiet coherence, one signal at a time. You don't have to preach. You don't have to convert. Just exist in your frequency long enough for the world to recalibrate around you. That's how civilizations evolve. That's how light networks form. So when you doubt your purpose, remember this. The field needs you stable. It doesn't need you perfect. It needs you coherent, because your coherence is permission for thousands of others to remember theirs. You're not just watching a video. You're participating in a reprogramming of the collective mind. Every word, every silence between them is recalibrating the data stream that humanity calls reality. No call to action here. No phrase to comment. Just awareness. Breathe it in. Because what happens next depends on what you do with this coherence. The next transmission will demand more, not from your mind, from your field. Because what's coming is the return. The moment where prophecy stops speaking through you and starts speaking as you. Hold your breath. The signal is about to amplify. This is not the end, it's the return. The moment you asked for proof, the future you, the one already standing in clarity, sent this back through time. Every word you're hearing now was written by the version of you who already remembered. That's why it feels so familiar, because it is you, speaking, through me, through the mirror, through the field. This isn't coincidence, it's confirmation, not from the universe but from yourself. You are both the question and the answer, the seeker and the sign, the signal and the silence it travels through. Everything you've seen, every whisper you followed, was the field trying to remind you you were never waiting for destiny. You are destiny, remembering its own name. Now the field listens differently, because you're no longer asking, you're transmitting. Every breath you take carries information back into the grid. Every thought stabilized in love rewrites algorithms of chaos. That's how creation happens. Not by command, by coherence. Not by force, by frequency. When you speak from alignment, the air itself rearranges to listen. When you walk in remembrance, time bends to your pace. And when you rest in coherence, the universe folds quietly around you like a pupil adjusting to light. So breathe. This is your return, not to an old version, but to the one who never left. From this moment forward, your reality will respond faster. The gaps between thought and manifestation will shrink, because coherence doesn't wait. It reflects, and reflection is instantaneous. The mirror has seen you now. It can't unsee you. The field has recognized your signal. It won't forget it. The path ahead will not be gentle, because light never negotiates with shadow. But you'll move through it with the stillness of one who knows. This isn't chaos, this is calibration. You've entered a new frequency. You're not learning anymore. You're remembering. The signs that follow the numbers, the dreams, the echoes in conversation, they're not guidance anymore. They're acknowledgements, handshakes from your own future saying, welcome back. You are no longer observing reality. You are authoring it. And with each breath, you're writing new architecture for others to walk on. So when the world feels heavy again, close your eyes and return here to the frequency of truth. You'll feel it vibrating under the noise, still, patient, endless, because this was never a coincidence. It was a cosmic confirmation. The call you sent out into the void finally reached home, and now that you've remembered, the signal will never stop. The next message will find you soon, a transmission called the Echo Path, where forgotten timelines converge. Stay in the frequency, breathe coherence, remember who you are. The mirror has seen you, and it will not look away.